Hello, my name is Brian Kinney and I'm a Striven ERP advisor, and welcome to our company culture lesson where we will be discussing company settings. Topics today will include core settings, divisions and locations, holiday creation, the notification and portal content, and messaging types. So with that, let's get started. So today let's begin by looking at our core settings. To get there, click the Company tab and choose Settings from the drop-down. Next, click the Company section, followed by Settings underneath. This will bring you to your Core Settings page, where you can configure all the basic information about your company in your Striven system. Options here will allow you to enter your company name, upload a company logo, and you can do so by clicking the Upload button and choosing a file from your computer to upload. Allowed file extensions are listed here, and the max file size per file uploaded is 10 megabytes. Once choosing Save and Close, you'll be able to see your logo provided here. Followed by your logo are the business days that your company operates, and here you can toggle on all the available days of the week. Days of the week selected here will drive a lot of instances in your Striven system, including your personal calendar, time off, time tracking, and more. Next, you can choose to only allow for geocoded addresses in your Striven system. Geocoded addresses means that you can easily map the address and get directions if needed. If you would only like to use geocoded addresses, you can toggle on that box. If you would not like to only use geocoded addresses, you can leave it off. Following that is your time zone. When you set up your Striven system, you can select a time zone, but you can also change that here by choosing the field and choosing your appropriate time zone from the list of options in the drop-down menu. Next, you have your email. This is also something that you use to set up your Striven system. This is also the email that will be used for sending notifications through the system. So if you'd like to change this to something like your sales department's email, or your accounting department's email, or your human resources department's email, you can do that here. Next, you can also choose to associate your website, and there's also a link to test the website to make sure that it's a valid link. Following that is your personalized link. Here you can enter wording to make your personalized link, and this must be unique. A unique personalized link is indicated by the green check mark to the left of what you enter here. If it is not unique, you will see a red X, meaning that you must enter something different that is a unique link. If you choose to change your personalized link, all users of your Striven system will be logged out and will have to log back in order for their user credentials to be verified using the new personalized link. The new link you enter will also affect favorites, since the old link will not be valid anymore. So that is also something to keep in mind when choosing to change your personalized link. Next is your favicon. Favicons appear in the browser tabs of the application you're viewing. For instance, if you were to view your Gmail, you would see the envelope icon with the red outline. And here you can choose the upload button to upload any image from your computer to choose as your favicon. And you'll see the recommended size for the favicon is 16 by 16 pixels. And the max file size per file added here is 10 megabytes. Once you choose Save and Close, you'll see the favicon added here, but you can also choose the X button to remove the picture as well. At the top right of your core settings, you also have default editor settings. Editors are found throughout Striven, and editors will allow users to conditional format the content they add. Default editors can be found in things like task descriptions, the notification and portal content, messages, and many more areas of Striven. But here you can choose to set your default fonts. By choosing the font, you'll be able to see a preview of what each font looks like, and you can select one from the drop-down here. You can also do so for the default font size and the default font color as well. Below that is your permission request notification recipient. Setting a recipient here will mean that that individual will receive notifications whenever a user requests access to a permission within Striven. And in that email, they can choose to approve or deny the request. Below that is your happiness rating information. And here you can choose to toggle on your happiness rating options. And once it's toggled on, you can choose which entities, including tasks, orders, and projects, you'd like the happiness rating to be tracked on. You can also choose whether or not you turn on the happiness rating in the partner portal. This means that the happiness rating will be available in the vendor, customer, and candidate portals. Below all of that, you can choose weights for your reporting needs when happiness ratings are chosen. Here you can choose any weight that you wish for happy, satisfied, and unhappy ratings. If you do not turn on the happiness rating in the partner portals, customers and vendors will still be able to leave happiness ratings with the automated emails that they receive for any entity that you've toggled on here. And we'll talk about the automated emails and how to include the happiness rating in them a little bit later when we talk about the notification and portal content. After you've configured all your core settings, simply click the Save button to save your changes. Next, let's talk about company locations, which can be found underneath your company settings. Underneath the Companies section, you can choose Locations. This will bring you to a list of all your company locations that you have in your system. There's also search fields to search for a location name and whether the location is in an active or inactive status. If you want to add a new company location, simply click the Add button at the top left of the company locations list. This will bring you to the Add Company Location page, and here you can choose to add the name of the location that you're adding. And down below you can search for the address here. By typing in the address information, you can click the magnifying glass, and this will search Google Maps to find any address that matches the criteria that you've entered. If you found a match, you can click the Select button to add it automatically into your Striven system. However, if you need to add other information, such as a suite number or an apartment number, you can click Select and Edit. Here, you can enter the suite or apartment number in an area like address line 1, for instance. You can also set whether the location is your primary location or not, enter a phone number, and also enter any notes that you want to be tracked with the location also. And just as a demonstration, this is an example of a text editor. And here you can enter detailed content. You can also number, bold, add hyperlinks, videos, and more. And it's text editors like these where the default fonts in your core settings are applied. Once you've added all your information for your company location, simply choose Save and Close. There you'll see the new company location added to the list, and you can click the location name to continue editing the location as needed. Once the location is created, you can upload an image of the location. Here you can see the allowed file extensions, and the max file size is 100 megabytes per file. You also have two separate tabs above. One is Recruiting Assignments, which means you can assign a recruiter to process incoming applications related to the company location. If you need to add more than one, that's also available by choosing the appropriate employees from the drop-down list. If you need to remove any of these employees, you can simply choose the trash can option to remove them from the list. Apart from recruiting assignments, you also have a hub. And a hub will allow you to add content and folders related to the specific company location. And examples could be a floor plan or an emergency exit strategy. If I go back to basic information, I can choose Save and Close, and all the information in all three tabs will be saved with the location upon saving. Next, let's talk about divisions, which can be found under the Companies section in your settings by clicking Divisions. Here we can see all the divisions that we have in our Striven system already. But if we want to add a new division, just click the blue Add button at the top of the divisions list. Here we can add the division name, choose the leader of the division, and even enter a manager email. When we're ready, we can click Save to save the division, and each division also has a hub in which you can add contents and folders related to the division itself. By clicking Save and Close, we'll be brought back to the divisions list, and here we can see the name of our new division as well as the division leader located in this column as well. The division leader is a hyperlink, which when clicked will bring up the employee information, and here you can view their calendar, their tasks, and even message the employee directly from the pop-up. Next, let's talk about holidays. Holidays are also found underneath the company section of your company settings, and you can find them by clicking Holidays. Here you'll find a list of all of the holidays that have been added in your Striven system so far. And if you'd like to add a new holiday, simply click the blue Add button. Here you can choose the calendar icon to select a holiday date. By using the left and right arrows, you can go forward or backward in time to select the appropriate date. For instance, if I need to add New Year's Day, I can choose January 1st and then name the holiday, and then click Save and Close. Now, since that was added to the year 2020, I can view that in the list by clicking the calendar icon, choosing 2020, and clicking Search. This will show me a list of all the holidays I have added for that year in particular. Holidays in Striven do not recur automatically, since most holidays do not fall on a specific day, but rather a set day of a specific week, for instance, Thanksgiving. To manage your holidays, you can simply click the holiday name, and you'll be able to edit the information here just like we saw on the Add screen. Each holiday that is added into your Striven system will automatically provide users of your Striven system the day off. Next, let's talk about the notification and portal content, which is also found underneath the company section of your company settings. The notification and portal content is an area where you can configure any automated email content, HTML content that is found in your partner portals, for instance the customer, vendor, or candidate portal, SMS content, and hyperlink content as well. You can see all of these types and filter by type by clicking the type field and choosing what you want to filter for from the drop-down list. You can also search for title and content criteria as well. Let's talk about each type by filtering them from the drop-downs list by talking about email first. If I choose email and click search, my list will only show email type notifications. And I can even maximize my list to go to 100 items per page. And as I scroll down, I'll be able to see all the automated emails that go out from my Striven system. If any of these have been previously edited, you'll be able to see the name, date and time that it was edited with a tag that says customized. If a notification does not have this information, it means it's still in its default stage. If I want to edit any of these automated emails content, I can simply click on the name of the email content, and here I'll be able to see what is included in terms of content and merge fields. Merge fields will populate information related to the entity of the automated email. And if I want to add merge fields, I can simply choose merge field. And let's go over some of these merge fields and what they indicate. If you ever see something called account name, that is either the customer or vendor name who you're contacting. Company name will be your company name, which we previously saw in the core settings. You also have transaction or order detail, and in this case, it's the credit memo detail, including date, number, the related order name and number, and the credit memo total. Anywhere you see portal link is a link to the entity inside of the customer or vendor's partner portal. When you've configured your content to fit your needs, simply choose the Save and Close button to save the content that you've edited. And here you'll see who has edited, when it was edited, and you'll see the Customize tag, indicating to other users of your Striven system that this is not in its default state. If you'd like to return the content to its default state, just click the name of the content, and you'll have a Reset to Default button. If you click that, you'll be able to see all the changes and decide whether you want to return it to its default state or not. And if you do, you can simply choose the Reset to Default button, and the edited status information will disappear. Next, let's talk about HTML content. HTML content, as briefly discussed before, is content found within portals, and these could be the candidate, vendor, or customer portals. To view and manage each HTML content, simply click on the name of the content, and you'll be able to see what is included here. You also have merge fields, which you can add just like we saw before in the email content. HTML content is great for providing instructions or details related to information inside of the portal for your customers, vendors, and candidates to use. Whenever you see an eye icon next to content, you can click on it, and this will initiate a pop-up with a description of the HTML content included. The eye icon is also available in email, hyperlink, and SMS content as well. Next, let's move on to hyperlink content. Hyperlinks will allow you to change the text that appears where the embedded hyperlink will live inside of automated notifications. For instance, if I choose assessment link text, this will allow me to edit the text where the hyperlink will be embedded in email or HTML content, which is found in the notification and portal content. I also have the eye icon to view a description of the hyperlink as well. And finally, I have SMS or text message content. And here, I can click the content and edit by including certain merge fields that are available in the content and choosing Save and Close. Next, let's talk about messaging settings. To find messaging settings, click Collaboration, Messaging, and you'll see we have two options underneath. Let's start with Settings. Messaging settings will allow you to choose whether or not you want to allow related to information in emails that go out related to these specific entities within Striven. By toggling on the appropriate box, you will choose not to show related to information for the specific entity. Related to information provides a hyperlink for users, customers, vendors, and candidates to click on. And once clicking on the related to information, this will populate the entity automatically. For instance, if a user clicks on a task related to hyperlink, it'll populate the task inside of their Striven system. If a customer clicks on the sales order related to hyperlink, it'll populate the sales order information inside of their partner portal. But if you'd like to not show that related to information inside of emails, just toggle on the box for what you don't want to allow and click Save to save your changes. Next is messaging types. Messaging types will allow you to differentiate what types of messages are on your messages list. If you want to add a new message type, simply click the Add button, and here you can add the name of your messaging type and change the color of it as well. For instance, if I wanted to add a support messaging type, I can choose my color as red and click Save and Close, and we'll have it appear on our list. You can also search for messaging types by name or whether it's active or inactive in your Striven system. Let's look at how messaging types are used inside of your Striven system by going to our Notification Center. To get there, click the bell and choose Messages from the drop-down. Let's add a new message and use our new message type. To change your message type, simply click the Status Updates and choose the appropriate messaging type below. Next, you can choose your recipient and enter in the information you'd like to send to the individual. Once you've added your content, you can choose Send Message, and you'll see the new messaging type tracked in your messaging center. And you'll see since we chose red as that messaging type's color, red appears to the left of the content, just like blue appears to the left of this message's content. This hyperlink is also an example of related to content. If I click the PO hyperlink, this will populate the PO automatically for me to easily manage the information within the PO. And that was a look at your company settings and how to create, set up, and manage all the information that we went over, which includes your company settings, company locations, notification and portal content, and much more to configure Striven to best fit your company's needs.